late. I took a big swig of my coffee and it went down the wrong tube and it had my eyes and my nose and everything going. I didn't want to start and be like, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Hey, it's Wednesday. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully your week is going okay so far and even better now that we've made it to the middle. I want to say hi to Ryan and Jeff and Rufo and Boot and everyone who's jumping in the chat here for Wednesday coffee and shenanigans. Hope everybody's doing good. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. On that note, cheers, everybody. Let's do this again and hopefully it doesn't go terribly. Yeah, that was horrible. Just getting to work. Well, hopefully you have an awesome day. I bet Jeff is at work right as we speak. Oh my gosh. I'm okay. Roger, welcome. Yes. Yeah, I put a little members only video out. Excuse me, gosh, I'm still just processing that coffee. I put a little video out about my visit to Rogers. And like, oh my God, we could just go on and on and on for days about the, the awe that was there. I literally felt like Alice in Wonderland. Like I ate the mushrooms and got really tiny and everything was really huge and I was like wandering through a magic world. Like it was kind of like that to go visit Roger for the first time. Now that I know what it's like over at Rogers, you can bet that I'll be over there bugging Roger. Excuse me. Allison in Rogerland. That's it, Ryan. That's exactly what it was. Oh, Icker, Jeff. So I had this piece of Fordite. Let's see, the piece that I cut came off of this side. And I'm a big old chicken when it comes to trying new things, but I did want to try this. And sure, it turned out cute, but I think if I went deeper, I could get some better stretch between the colors. And I think there is plenty. Hi, Rick. Bug me anytime you'd like, he says. Hey, Tara. I think there is some room to go down on this some, but I actually really liked how it kind of looked like a person and the little red inside looked like a heart. So just for now, I kind of stopped there, but I dove right in. I cut a piece off the edge of this and then left plenty of meat on the bone so I could come back and play with this piece later. Sorry, it's looking at my face now, not the piece. But, and then, hey, Patrick. Oh, Rufo. But I did try it real quick. Yeah, that was super cool, right, Ryan? And thank you so much again, Roger. I've got all kinds of fun stuff to play with. I just, yeah. Ma, welcome. Seriously, I just walked through and kind of looked at the top of Roger's collection. And then, of course, he showed me some of the stuff, he dug into, some of the, under the paper, wrapped up in paper stuff, and that, showed me some of the really, specimen size and grade pieces that he had in his collection. Excuse me, I really did almost die on that coffee this morning. Maybe not. It just went down the wrong tube. All the way down to, the cabs that he made. I didn't show you guys a lot of Roger's shop. I couldn't even think about filming. I was just like we'd said earlier, like Alice in Rogerland. And plus, if he wants us to see stuff in his shop in the future, he'll definitely let us know, and we'll come by and do some filming and stuff. But I didn't even like cabs. He pulled out box after box after box of cab work that he's done. Absolutely stunning, beautiful work. I mean, there's just literally a treasure in every little nook and cranny. Flatten the curve to show more detail. Yeah, I agree, Roger. I agree. Like I say, I was itching to dive right into that, so I did. And I mean, I have a piece to show somebody right now, right? Like, look, I tried it. And I agree. Go a little farther, a little deeper in there, and see what other colors there are. Excuse me just a moment. I was too busy choking on my coffee to do the hair, and it's driving me insane. I can't do it down. Every time I cross my legs, it wants to go in between my legs, and then I want to sit on it, and it's okay. So yeah, definitely. And Roger sent me some beautiful opals to try, and so I'm over here like rummaging through my stuff going, I need a backing or, you know, something to try a doublet, and I'm just like geeking out. I'm geeking out so hardcore. So thank you guys for geeking out with me. Yeah, wow. I'm speechless and in awe. Rick and I nerd out on agates all day, every day, says Ma. Way to go, Rick and Ma. Cheers to that. Pleasure to greet you, Roger. Oh, yeah. We were in the presence of like celebrity status lapidary. I mean, I knew he had some stuff, but holy Moses, like if he'd have sat down and tried to type all that to us, oh, you guys, I have, you know, not only do I have a 24, but I've got a 12 and a 10 and a 6 and a, you know, you'd have been like, sure you do, Roger. So, I mean, he's quite humble about it, and just what a guy. And he had some kids in there like right before I came in, and was letting the kids just get their minds blown, and was doing some lapidary work with them and for them, and like, you pick a rock and I'll make you a cab out of it kind of stuff. Like, what a neat dude. Like, how much better are our worlds for having Roger in it, you guys? He's a wealth of knowledge. And that was another thing, is like everything he showed me, he could tell you where it came from, for the most part, and a lot of stuff he had mined himself. And so, well, thank you for stopping in, Roger. Come back and watch anytime. So I was like, you know, he had been to like Spencer, and I was like, so, you know, looking at kind of the little bulk of material that he had there from Spencer, I was like, how hard was that to do? How long were you there? Like, how long did it take you to get that, you know, bit of material there? And, you know, what was it like? And I mean, just knowing little things like that from him are like, if I ever get that direction, which maybe I will in the near future, you just never know. Is that something I want to put high on my list of things to stop and do, or maybe just a little bit lower? So it was, I mean, just to pick his brain about where things came from and how he went out and mined a bunch of it himself and stuff was fantastic. It was great. Some of it I didn't pick for, some of it he'd pick up a rock and be like, oh, if you ever get to wherever, be sure to stop in. And oh man, just like, I gotta go back. I gotta soak all of that up as much as I can. So I do have some pretty rocks to look at today. I mean, like a lot of pretty rocks to look at today. And we need to be done in an hour and 15 now that we've had a little intro, because I cut the coprolite. Is it coprolite or coprolite? Is it kind of like aragonite and argonite, or aragonite, or, you know, how do you say it? I don't know if it really matters. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about, but you know, is it brecciated or brecciated? I mean, there's so many of those words that I never say it right. Neither do I. Poo. There, Betty says it's poo. Fossil poop. Okay, so I cut the crap. So there's a video about that right when we get done here. So be sure to check that out, a premiere actually, so we can chat about it. You pronounce it coprolite. Okay, very good. That's good to know. I think I hear it more coprolite than coprolite. So, yeah, and we have some stuff in the meteorite world too, where like people have talked to people who speak Russian and they actually know like it's really pronounced this way, but we all pronounce it that way. Bingo, says Rick. All right. I got some stuff from AZ that I ordered a little while back that I haven't showed you guys. Get you into the thing here. Do the thing. Siri thinks I want her. I do not. Go away, Siri. There. Trying to get you in here, not in this. Oops, not in the sun. Yeah, too cool, Roger. Way enjoyed it. So you guys know I'm a sucker for anything with eyes or round things in it. And I happened to win this auction from AZ Rockhounding Expeditions, which just blew my mind. I was like, I won the iRock. I am so excited. Oh my goodness. You guys, how pretty is that material? My gird. Absolutely love the pink in here. Again, I'm not much on pink usually, but when it's right, it's right. What is this material? I'm not sure. I do believe they said it came from Mexico. A rhyolite maybe of some kind? I don't remember. Is it poppy? I don't think so. Saw the OJ? I don't think you saw the OJ. I don't know if I did either. Oh my goodness, huh? Just, oh, look at the little eyes in that one. Again, I'm a sucker for little round bits in my rocks. Bird's eye? Galaxy Riley? I don't know, guys. I had the paper that they sent, and I'm not sure that it was even... Oh. Nope, that's not it. I'm not even sure that it was super specific on there. Let me see if this is it. Yes, it is. Mexican Galaxy Rhyolite and Mexican Crazy Lace. Yeah, I knew they were both Mexican. Thanks, guys, for your educated guesses there. I'm guessing that OJ stands for ubicular jasper, but I'm not sure. Yay, Ma, you are a winner in my book always. Just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Like, I don't even know if I want to do anything with either one of those, but maybe polish them up a little and put them on the shelf. It's okay, Betty. There's no such thing as embarrassing yourself in this group. No such thing at all. Absolutely no such thing. Yeah, there really is no such thing as, you know, I mean, really, how many there's so much of this stuff that like how could you honestly bank all of the pronunciations in your mind? I mean, it is possible, but it takes years and years sometimes, right? Look, there's a little butthole in there. Yeah, and then spelling it, Jeff, geez Louise, you're right. Like I can't spell half the stuff I want to try to try to say. I'm like, come on, autocorrect. No, let me go to Google and see if Google can tell me how to spell that word. and yeah, So, and then another way like that you can tell that somebody learned something about reading by reading it rather than being taught it is by mispronouncing it. Like, you know, somebody learned what they know about that by reading about it. If that, you know, you don't know that, but there's a good chance. So, you know what? We all learn different and we all learn at different rates. And if you just know enough to express the idea that you're talking about, then so what if you're saying the word wrong? Like, somebody will probably correct you. But again, that correction can really only happen if we can understand at least a little bit of what you're saying, right? Okay, so I cut the crap. I'm not going to say a whole lot about it because, like I say, there is a video on this afternoon as soon as we get done here. But I did just want to show you guys really quickly. I hope I could still talk in 30 years. Yeah, let alone remember half of this stuff I've learned. And, you know, hopefully I'm still doing this in 30 years. But, oh, I love the little green and red bits. Super pretty piece of poo. Who knew? It's not something that you usually hear. And yeah, by the way, hi Lava Bison. Hope you're having a good day at work. Thanks for joining us on your break. And Kid Curry was here for a second. Welcome, Kid. Rick, did I say hello to you? Or just read your comments? I never did try to backlight this. I wonder if you could get a flashlight to come through that. I mean, I cut them pretty thick so that I could make a nice cabochon or something out of it. Oh yeah, you can see the, well, maybe you can't because the light's real bright. Yeah, you can, but not in focus, right? That's okay. I just wondered, I hadn't tried it yet. So now we know. Oh yeah, by the way, I got my AZ Rock Hounding Expeditions pen, but 2, by the way. It is a good thing that the smell isn't petrified. Yes. No, thank you, Rick, for being here. Hey, son.
Howdy.
How's your day?
Pretty alright.
Good. And I got a surprise for you guys. Excuse me while I shuffle these slabs around for just a second. Why do you not fit there? Where do you fit? I think you fit there, but why do you not want to go there all of a sudden? Oh, because it was pointed the wrong way. I say you go there too, but for real, do you? No. Sorry I left you guys staring at a blank thing while you guys can hear me stacking slabs over here. Ugh. Oh, goodness. I'm still laughing about that too. Okay, let's see. So this is all one rock. I had to cut it one direction, pull it out of the saw, and cut it the other direction. Let's see. So they match up. Must be this way. Okay. I haven't tried to do this yet. Oops, see, I broke a piece now. That's, come on. Maybe they go the other way. They absolutely do. Okay. And so probably does the bottom since I matched it up to that end. Okay, guys, remember this big rock? And I was like, it's probably chert. And we were all like, yeah, it kind of looks like chert. Oh, I know for a fact it's chert. You guys want to know how I know? Because I changed my saw blade about halfway through this thing. The one thing, yeah, what a rock. loaf. The one thing that is as hard or harder than Montana agates is chert. It's just dreadfully hard. I had a hunch, though, that this rock would actually be really pretty. Look, I think that maybe it goes this way. It does. Look at that. And so I commenced the cutting, right? Like, let's look at the bottom half first, and then we'll come back and look at the top half. Oh, Nerd is here. Hey there. Freeform lapidary Jahik Caleb Nerd. Glad you could join us. Okay. Like I say, I had a hunch, and so I've been like, you know, hoarding this rock, Rubik's Cube. Nothing has any right to be harder than Montana agate, says Betty. Yeah, yeah. Possibly, Roger. Possibly. I've never done it, but I do think I have some stuff that could get her done. If not, I know some people who would probably do that for you, if that's something you have a want or a need for. All right, I had to rehydrate really quick before we got into this dirty churty. Oh, like I say, just miserable, brutal hard. But guess what, guys? It's kind of pretty. Okay, yeah. We will visit about that, Roger. Jennifer's here. She is. Busy day popping in to say hi. Hi, Jennifer. I do have your package. Well, I have it in Oilmont. I'll get it sometime this week and get it open. So it did arrive. I just don't actually physically have possession of it yet. And Opal Guy says he's not here. So you can see there's little bits of like druzy that are running through there. Some sparkles and stuff. Of course, if I wet this, we're not going to be able to see it. So I'm refraining from doing so immediately. Yeah, not bad for a prairie rock, eh? Oh, I love it. Yep, we'll be reading the pages of the book. Literally just go through it like a book, right? Deal it on out. Yeah, I just thought I'd give you that quick update, Jennifer, in case I don't remember to message you or something later and be like, you be wondering. It says it arrived. You guys, what do you think? Is it scratch and sniff? Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Prairie chert. I have no idea if it's really like got a name or something. I found this out here on the prairie. Like I say, I held on to it for a couple of years going, that's probably one of the coolest rocks I've ever found. That thing's got to be just delightful inside. Can you imagine how delightful that is inside? And never had a saw big enough to cut it. And my saw is not really big enough to cut this, but I did it anyway. So I spent like most of the last 2 weeks like at the saw, like 30 minutes a cut. Some of them, you know, not quite that bad because they're not quite that as thick, but some of them were just gosh dang excruciating and brutal. So you can see the little pocket in here, and I won't wet it first so we can see how much my saw was struggling. and some of the leftover oil. But yeah, there's a little druzy pocket in there. Oh my gosh, it just so crazy. Oh. Mm-hmm. And finally, big old pocket. I wished that there would have been like a whole bunch more of that. It's here, there, and everywhere. Just that, like, that's probably the biggest one out of the whole thing. Oh my gosh, you guys. So that's got the least amount of that, like, orange brecciation. There's another one of those words that, how do you say it? It's got less of the orange in it, but it got that great big old bot pocket through it too, which was like I was kind of hoping we'd get a little more of that, but hope in one hand and Cooper Light in the other, and see which one fills up faster. Oh my God, you guys, for real. How stupid pretty did that turn out? Oh, shush up, bubble guy. Oh, 80. Wouldn't that be just like, wow. Yeah, who knows what the glaciers have brought here to the prairie. For real, Roger. For real. Plenty of our local rocks are neat enough, but yeah, we do get some glacial erratics down here that who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Let's put those over here for now. Okay, here's the other half of the chunky chert rock. If we shall. Bring all the rocks with you if you do. All right, let's look at this one first, the end cut first. So he's got two cut ends. Ah, I just dig it, dude. I really do dig it. You can bet your bottom if I find another one of these, I'll be picking it up. Idaho might be the gem state, but but we're the treasure state, so meh. Yeah, and Roger's sharing, see again, just like wealth, you guys. He's all like, by the way, we live on the bottom of the old Lake Missoula. Why do we have a treasure valley then? Because you got a treasure valley. We're a whole treasure state, Opal guy. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to the other end of this and start from that direction and move our way over. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not like the most amazing stuff in the whole wide world, but for just a rock I went out in the prairie and picked up, excuse me. Like I say, you can bet your butt if I find another one of those. I don't care how big it is, I'm hauling it home. And I think I do find these quite often, just much, much, much smaller. Looks like a map. Kind of does, or like a aerial, like satellite image of a desert or something. Oh gosh. Absolutely, Opal Guy. I totally agree. I've seen some really neat shows on that. Okay, I cut a couple of thin ones. Let's see. Like ooper duper thin. Those were the thinnest ones I cut. Just because I was getting down to the ends and stuff. I was like, oh, well, I'll get one more out of it. Maybe. Nice little pocket there that I screwed up with the water. It's all right. Full disclosure. Opal Guy is trying to do the all born in Montana thing. Yeah, it's crazy how yellow the other one was and how white this one is. I think this one gets back into that orange yellow, but still. What? Yeah, for sure, Betty. See, and that's a problem with being a rock hound is you're like, you or your friends or your family are like, hey, gotta go to Spokane this weekend and do you want to go? And you're like, yeah, sure. And the whole entire trip there and back, you are literally like fighting the inner urge to be like, oh, pull over. That's exciting. I got to look at those rocks. It almost kind of does. Yeah, Roger. Well, like I say, gosh dang hard stuff. Oh, yep, we're coming back into some of that orange. Pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I like the orange. Like, it just so looks like it sets on top. See if I can wipe the water off my fingers first before I touch my screen. I think there might have been one of these cabs that when you looked at the bottom of slabs, I mean, not cabs. When you looked at the bottom of it, there was a, oh yeah. You can see daylight through there. You can see all the way to the other side. There it is. Oops, I went too far. Woohoo! That's the last one, though. We can't jump ahead. Chubby Hubby, welcome. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just, stop it. Come on. Sorry. Had to turn around to put that behind me. Oh my gosh. This makes me want to go rock hounding. Oh, the other side too. I had a big chunk, a big nub I need to come get on this one. Look, it almost looks like a heart. Wild. Is Wild here? If she's lurking or not here, she might hear me calling for her. I love how busy it gets with the little pattern. Oh my gosh. Whew, I'm glad I cut that. And again, if I find any more of this out here on the prairie, I'll definitely be picking it up. I think I'm trying to mix this up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just such a nerd for it. How pretty is it though? Again, it just gets busy on the edge. Little squiggle wiggles. We are all nerds here. There's a little pocket right next to the little like shapes. Look at the shapes. Goodness gracious. Oh. Snow and sun at the same time, a rare occurrence here. Threatening to snowblind CH. That's hilarious. Look at that little bit up there. That's cool. Pretty sure that... Oh, I've got them all screwed up. It don't matter. Ouch, it poked me. We'll just look at them one at a time. Only got this one and one more to go. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry I keep saying that, but look. Yeah, some dang fancy stuff. Again, for just a rock I went out and found sitting on the prairie. Oh, the shapes. Last one. Yeah, definitely, Ryan. And again, I cut everything else like super thick, so there was plenty of room to play when you wanted to, if you want to cab this. And it's super hard. Like you've kind of heard these pieces. It was amazing that one of those little edge pieces actually came off of here. Like, I mean, it ain't going nowhere. You could definitely make some cabs out. Like, I cannot stress to you enough, like, how absolutely hard this is. Look at the shapes. I love the, like, yellow that starts to get in there. But wait, there's more. Battle cabs. Chert versus agate. Coming in at a hefty 12 on the Mohs hardness scale, we've got Montana agate in the right corner. Neck and neck at Osprey 12 on the Mohs hardness scale is the Montana Chert. Who will be the winner in today's blade dulling battle? Yes, absolutely, Ryan. Absolutely. Look at the shapes. Mo's 1,000 actually. Says Ma. So yeah, once I changed the blade on my saw, it didn't have near as hard a time fighting its way through that as it did before the blade changed, but I kept looking at the blade and feeling it and thinking, that's not that bad, really. I mean, it's not bad. And then I stopped to think about all the sludge that came out of my saw when I did the oil change and like how many rocks, how long it's actually been on there. And I was like, you know, I don't have to pitch it. It's sitting actually right behind me, kind of on that cardboard box, kind of dripping oil over there and kind of drying out. I don't have to pitch it. I can save it, you know, and if I've got stuff that what happens if I bend this blade or something happens? I do have another few blades up in the cabinet, but like what if something happens? So I'll keep the blade, you know, just in case. But I have the blades. Let's put one on it. So someone's getting silly about the Mohs hardness. Yeah, there may be some exaggeration, some fishtails in the chat this afternoon about the Mohs hardness, for sure. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I stopped to think about how long and how many rocks and all of that stuff, and I was like, yeah, I think, you know, that blade doesn't owe me anymore. I've got more than it's probably promised to give out of it. Let's retire it. It can go back into the closet. Let's put the new one on and see what happens. Oh my God, I'm so glad I did. I was like, it gets like butter. It's like butter. It's like butter in here now. Mm. What are you whining about? So I mean, that was a cool move. That was a lot of fun. That was good. I've got lots of rocks that I really want to get in there. I got the stain out again, by the way. And I stained the base of the the microscope stand so that it would match my desk. But I do have some more. Like I say, I've been kind of stingy with some of these, thinking but that's my porch rock, but that's my baby, but that's, oh, my baby, my precious, you know, my precious. And oh no, Rufo. Yeah, you do. That's terrible. Or do you just need some slabs to keep you busy until the end of the second week of April? Because do you have your cabbing machine still, Rufo? Bob's. I'm glad I'm not the only one who was like, why didn't I do that in center? I mean, you just get a little complacent where you're like, everything's working great. Everything's still working great. Working great. Working great. Working good. Still working good. Yeah, it's working good. And like I say, I've kind of like made this this move in my mood to where I would actually rather have this that I can share with you guys than this, which I've stubbed my toe on once or twice. Oh, good. Okay, I have a project I wanted to cut. All right, yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah, the precise hiss. The sound of the song of the saw blade. Anyway, this thing is, again, it never wants to show here. It's just full of little like grape agate-y, druzy stuff. Do I know what it is? Nope, sure don't. I think it's pretty. Real pretty. And so, like I say, now that I've kind of made this move past, and again, the tiny little like filigree agate banding in that thing, I hope there's a bunch more of that inside. It's hard to say. Will it be pretty or will it be shitty? We don't know. You know, this isn't like a rock that I bought from the X mine or the Y mine where they're like, yeah, usually these are, you know, banding and oh, the chatoyance in it and the blood, you know, I have no idea what to expect. This is literally a rock I went out on the prairie and picked up. Hopefully it's good. The last one was. Cut, says Ma. Yeah, good, Rufo. They have been a lot of fun, haven't they, Betty? And yeah, I'll kind of keep it up. Like I say, it's always hard to do that one thing because you're like, that's my nicest piece of that. And until I find a piece that's as nice or nicer, you kind of don't want to like, you know, you don't want to like sacrifice that rock right away, you know? So, but like I say, I've held onto them long enough now that, and shuffled them around and maybe even like stubbed my toe on them once or twice and have decided that I'd rather chop it up. Roger just volunteered his big saw for this bad boy. Or like I say, I might just get a, you know, ants in my pants and run it through mine as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's been a little of that, a little shift in like, I don't know if it's like the spring cleaning thing or if it's, you know, knowledge is power. Like if I know what's inside that rock I've been stubbing my toe on for, you know, 5 years, would I be more inclined to go hunting specifically for this? Yeah, actually, I might really be keeping my eyes out for this. We'll wait, says Jeff. We can cut it now. We'll wait. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so all kinds of exciting stuff. Roger's stuff, stuff out of the big saw, stuff from AZ, stuff from Soul lately. Excuse me. And I don't want to spoil the whole thing, so let me just kind of like show you a quick little like that's a COA, you guys. That's a COA for a new meteorite. It's in plastic. Sorry, the plastic's all over the place. And it's probably backwards to you too because we're looking the wrong way. Just one cut needed to see what's inside. For the most part, right? And then if it's good, you know, you keep going and you just never know. Is there like a good druzy in there or something that you didn't know about? But I got a package from Chris Monk, Rocks on the Ground. Monk Man. Yeah. He sent some other really fun stuff. He sent me this Burmese amber with a bug inside. And I tried really, really hard. He's in there. Trust me, there's a bug in there. He's so hard to see, though. It's a beautiful little amber cab. There, you can kind of see him in there. But I tried to look at him under the microscope the other day, and no matter what I did to the cross polarizers or any of that stuff, could I get him to, like, really show his face. Hi, Joseph and Rosie. Too big to cut for Roger Bison. This is my new meteorite from Chris Monk, Rocks on the Ground. Actually, I want to turn you guys around and look at it. I really, really do. Because I have a plan for this meteorite. Oopsies, I just lost my patch. That's okay. I'll fetch it up and do something proper with it here in just a minute. So, I actually bought this meteorite, like I say, with a specific plan and purpose. He had somebody called Finished, hey James, and Unfinished meteorites for sale. And does, if you love this piece and you think you need to have some of this piece. In fact, I may do an interview with Chris. We'd talked about doing it, gosh, like 2 years ago. and I still haven't, just because he's super busy. He works at like a hydrothermal electro plant, no, nuclear power plant, maybe even. And so when they go through like outage and stuff, he just works like nonstop, and it's nuts and super stupid to even try to get caught up with him then. So, but his hobby on the meantime is buying meteorites that are worth classifying, that are worth classification, classifying them, cutting, polishing them, and then selling them on down the line, right? So this is actually a really neat meteorite, beautiful meteorite on the outside here. You can see some of the chondrules through the fusion crust. Absolutely stunning little piece. And let me, yeah, not fission crust. Let me tell you that when this is polished, it's stunning. So this is what Chris was calling an unfinished piece, because it's not polished. But look at this, like, mostly flat surface we have over here. You guys, I cannot wait to polish this up for you, and so we can all have a look inside together, because I've seen the inside. I mean, I don't remember like it was, you know, like I have a photograph in my head of it or anything, but I do remember this. Oh man, I started squirming around when they were showing this. Thanks, Roger, for joining us. I was like, I need a piece of that. I need a piece of that. I need a piece of that. But not just any piece though, like the right piece, right? So yeah, fusion crust. So this side here is going to meet the flat lap, and I'm going to take you guys along on that adventure. That's going to be an upcoming video here very soon, because my patience is running. I almost did it the other night. Like, let's just start filming and taping this, but I have a video coming out. And I was like, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Oh my gosh. Like I say, I just am, all puns intended, I'm over the moon about this new piece. This thing is so stunning. Oh, look at the chondrules in there. So this is, by the way, caliche. I mean, I know we kind of use that word kind of wrong in the meteorite world, but that's what it is. It's, you know, caliche. And it's so hard to see through. You know, you could maybe soak it off with some acid or something, but if you're going to go that far, why not just, I might lose, what is it weigh? It's not heavy. It's not a big stone. It's 3.58 grams. So I might lose that 0.58 grams, or, you know, maybe even more when I polish it. But being able to see the polished surface instead of that caliche will be so much more pretty that it'll be worth that little tiny bit of gram loss that we go through to get there. So yeah, I'm so freaking excited. There were really awesome other things in that package, excuse me, in that package from Chris Monk that I cannot show you just yet. I will very soon. Let's just say I'm not even joking. I was literally like squirming with delight when I opened this package from Chris. Let me tighten that up a little bit. Oh my gosh, since you guys are tumbling there. That would be a nice shape to wire wrap after polishing. That's possible, Bobs, but I think I'll probably put that one in the collection. I have some less name brand, if you will, like the fact that it's got Chris Monk's name on it, classified by Chris Monk. He's the main mass holder. All of that stuff is cool to me. I'm kind of a Monk Man fan. But yeah, as I opened this package from Chris Monk, I'm not kidding you, I don't know what kind of reaction. I honestly can't explain myself, but it was like whole body excitement. I was like, oh, and for some reason, sitting on my couch, I don't know, my knee came up, my foot came up. I was like, ah! I have no idea what this was all about. I cannot explain myself. I was just like freaking out. Lava Bison is like, yeah, there was some funky body contortions were happening while opening, and he's like laughing to seriously. And then I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, and I'm trying to hand him, I'd already opened some of the package, like the amber bug and some of the, the patch and the, the koozie and everything. And I was kind of handing it to him as I was opening it, right? And I'm like, this moment needs to be recorded in time and history, right? And so I can't even, I'm still like physically freaking out. And I opened the phone and I turned the camera on and I hand it to Lava Bison, and he starts trying to take a picture of the piece. And I'm like, will you take a picture of me while I lose my sanity, please? And he was like, oh, yeah, of course. And so, like, it's documented, but it's just like, ah! Oh my God, you guys, seriously. I have no idea, like, why my body was like, ah! Oh my God, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. What's this? Oh. I've opened some packages, but I don't think I've ever opened one that made me do that. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so special look, I just got a notification for cutting the copperlight and polishing the turd. Yes, it was definitely a rock star kind of thing. Like, and I definitely am showing you guys really soon. When you see what I saw, you will know why. Like, and especially if you've been kind of with the channel for a while and you've ever heard me talk about it, you'll know immediately. Oh, God. Thank you, Lava. You get the special bell. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Oh, I mean, there's some things that when you're a collector of things, rocks or meteorites or whatever, coins, guns, knives, who knows what it is that you're into, cookbooks, I don't know, Lava Bison loves his plants. When you've like had something on your want list for a long time, you pretty much would do, some shady stuff to maybe put, like, when I think about that in particular, like Shoto comes to mind, the Shoto Palisite that fell here in Shoto, Montana. And like when that came up for auction, I was like, excuse me? Is there a sharp object nearby? Like, I'm sorry, did you fall down and bump your head this morning? Like, why would you even list that for auction? Are you out of your mind? Like, why would you not just sell the Shoto Palisite to the Montana meteorite collector? Like, I was seriously contemplating sticking somebody with the sharp object. I was like, I swear, you have Shoto Palisite and you're not just going to sell it to me. You're going to put it on eBay auction. Like, oh, like I got straight up salty, and thank you again, Lava Bison. I got straight up salty about it. Thank you so much. your guys' donations and super chats and all that stuff, it makes stuff like this possible, you know? So I could buy a little piece of meteorite, polish it up with you guys, and we can learn together, and you guys can watch me geek out together, you know? Or a coprolite. And by the way, again, we're going to watch that video here in just a few minutes. You guys kind of learn along with me how I learned what I know and why I think I know what I think I know and some of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I've got a lot of learning to do, but it's cool that like we get to learn it together. Like somebody had said earlier, oh, well, I embarrassed myself. Why? How? Why? Like so you were wrong, or you were, you know, you weren't as right as you thought you were. So what? Oh, so what? As long as you get that straightened out sooner or later, that's part of the learning process, right? So, yeah, I'm so excited right now. There's so much going on. Like I can't make the videos fast enough. I can't put them out fast enough. Lots of really fun stuff happening. Yeah, between the stuff that Roger sent me home with the other day, the stuff that I got from Chris Monk Rocks Underground, stuff that in, you know, field stuff that I still want to get cut, and the weather is getting a little nice outside. So you can bet your bottom I'll be out enjoying the outdoors and getting some fresh air and doing all of that stuff that I can't not do. So, and hopefully this summer I'll get to do a little bit more stuff. You know, like I'd really like to get up to riding on the Stone, up across the border up in Canada. I'd like to take my oldest kid there. I think he'd really get a kick out of it. It's not far. It's really not far. It's just a hassle sometimes to get back and forth across the border. Sometimes it's not. So, but yeah, you know, filming and stuff like that, like I'd really like to get a drone. I'm not sure that I'm qualified to run a drone, but I'm sure I could. I mean, I'm sure I could be taught. I could learn. But yeah, just so that when I go to those like super exceptionally extraordinary places like riding on the Stone, you know, Pictograph State Park, that kind of thing would be kind of fun. It would make for some better shots, right? So, you know, I'm as if I don't already have enough on my plate, right? Between wanting to cut, wanting to hound, wanting to polish, wanting to cab, wanting to, you know, all of this stuff that I want to do, making videos, all of that stuff. I want to, you know, try to travel and do more videoing, more editing, and all of that, you know, learn how to drive a drone. Learn how to import and edit that footage and incorporate it into my videos. Yeah, so it's always a learning process. If it wasn't, it would get boring, right? And so it's an adventure, and I'm glad you guys are here with me. I mean, you never know what kind of characters are going to come along in this story. It might be a Roger, it might be a you never know. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and joining the adventures with me. I think it's fun, and I hopefully you guys gain a little something out of it. And if you don't gain anything, if you already know way more than I do, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us, and hopefully I at least put a smile on your face. At least that much. At least hopefully you enjoyed the community in the chat, right? I have drinketh my cuppeth dry. So if you'll pardon me for just a second, I'd like to get a little bit of a refreshment before I come back and wrap this up and sing the song. I was trying to find you guys something to look at while I go fill up. Something maybe completely random. You guys are into random stuff sometimes. I was just reached over and was straightening this out a little bit. Here's some random jewelry that I've never showed you guys. Let's see, where do we have room here? Do we? Sure we do. Hope, trust, dream. My P almost looks like a D on camera. I promise it's a P. Love. And this cute little Dynabone necklace. We'll stick him right in the middle there. Okay, there's some goodies for you guys to look at really quick while I go grab another refreshment. There, look at my crafts and wares. Excuse me. I have another porch potato that I'd like to cut. You know, when you can't rock hound, you just start going out to your porch, like, you know, if the weather's kind of okay, but only if you kind of stay out of the wind. So then you start like hounding your porch rocks, right? You're like, oh, look at that rock. I think I'll take it inside and maybe consider chopping it up, you know, like. Here's another porch potato that I'd like to cut. You say potato, I say potato. We all say cut, cut, cut. Cut it. Cut it. Yeah, it kind of does look like a winner. I don't know if that's what you're talking about there, Opal Guy, but this does look like a winner to me. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be just total, like, mush, you know, fall apart. But I think it's pretty hard, and these chunks are not going anywhere. I think it's pretty well conglomerated. Cut it, lap. I don't think it's the most colorful thing in the whole wide world, but yeah, it might be super cool. And again, if it's not the most beautiful thing for jewelry, maybe it makes a cool slab that, you know, somebody had suggested, was it Tara? Somebody had suggested turning some of that, that crazy quartz that I cut in the last one into like a candle holder. Hey, Sharon. Wow, yard hunts can be okay. Somebody had suggested turning it into a little candle holder, and I was like, gosh, hot dang, that's kind of a neat idea. Might have to do that. So, yeah, like I say, will this maybe be the most stunning stuff for jewelry? It might not be, but might it make a cool slab for somebody's project sometime? There's like a feldspar flash in that one there. Yeah, absolutely might be neat for projects. And who knows, I might get in there and be like, I changed my mind, that's for jewelry. Ooh, I like that, Jeff. That is a good idea, Ma. Ma said, that's a good idea, Jeff. And I was like, what was it? Well, we're glad you're here now, Tara. It wasn't my idea, but I like it. I can't remember who it was. But I like it too. I thought it was an excellent idea. And I was like, yeah, I might have to do that. In fact, I already voluntold the bison that he was going to drill some holes in a couple of those slabs for me. And he was like, which slabs, dear, would you like holes drilled in? Because he's so sweet. And I was like, well, not yet, because I got to kind of square him up a little bit. But then I want some holes in them. Perfectly capable of drilling my own holes. It's just that I ride the struggle bus when I do it, and he's like whips through it, makes it look easy. So I'm always like, oh, Bison. Could I bother you? I voluntold, yes. Yes. I volunteered him as I told him what he was going to do. Hey, Shroom. I was watching Shroom the other day. Do a Bob Ross painting. So he's got Bob Ross on and he's following the directions, right? And he's doing it. Actually, you did a really, really, really good job, Shroom. Your picture was really good, I thought. I mean, was it Bob Ross great? No, but was it pretty good for you, following along and just doing it? Yeah, it was. What was cracking me up about Shroom's Bob Ross video, though, is that he's like, oh, let's see. And he'd get the paint on the brush and he's like, I know this is a bad idea. And he'd start doing it and he's like, yep, that was a bad idea. The honesty with one's self was cracking me up, Shroom. Your picture was good. It was just the self-dialogue that went along with it was cracking me up. I was agreeing with you over here, by the way. The hair did really sell it, didn't it, chubby hubby? I was over here like, that is a bad idea. Do it anyway. Yep, that was a bad idea. Oh. Anyway, I'm glad I got to tell you about that too, by the way. Go watch Shroom Day. Try his hand at Bob Ross painting. Shroom dabbles in all kinds of fun stuff. Go check him out. Fun channel. Very fun. He doesn't, I don't think, take it like really a lot seriously, right? Like he's not like, I've got to follow a schedule and make videos and get subscribers and get monetized. He's just like sharing his Shroom Day experiences with people when and where appropriate, when and where he finds appropriate. So follow along if you're interested in that. Oh, but he did look good doing it, didn't he, chubby hubby? No, don't go watch, says Shroom. Interesting, Sharon. That's interesting. I don't know what it is. Yeah, glad you could stop in, Shroom. And like I say, it was fun to catch you on yours the other night as well. Cheers, guys. So, excuse me. Woohoo, that's got some pucker power. Got me just salivating something fierce. So let's go back to kind of where we started here. And we'll circle back around in our little song that we sing. Yeah, let's find a banger. That's a banger. Oh, I look at this little meteorite package over here, and I remember myself spazzing out. And you gotta get a picture of me spazzing out. It was so much fun. So much fun. So if you're watching this playback, Chris Monk, I know you're a busy dude, and you're probably not. But if you are, or if anybody else in the crew who I will see later tonight are watching the playback, don't hesitate to tell Chris that I just about fell off the couch. And then I almost turned inside out on the carpet, so it was wonderful. There's wild. We'd mentioned you earlier because I found a heart in a rock. Like first grab. Like first grab. There it is. A little heart in there. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, it's 20 after the hour, and the premiere is scheduled to start at 30 minutes after. Oh, shoot, Jeff, I forgot to change the intro. So, be sure to turn your volume down for the dang premiere intro, and then turn it back up when the video actually starts. But it's a riot. It's going to be a really good time. It's short. I think it's like under 10 minutes long. It's like 8 minutes long or something like that. So if you've got something you want to say in the chat during that premiere, you better get it typed out fast and sent. So, holy moly. Go change it now. I don't think that it'll let me, Rufo. I've tried that before. And it's like, no. Oh, it's warming up here too, Shroom, and I'm excited to get out and do some exploring and discovering and adventuring. It might work if I change it now, says Rufo. I'll try it really quick while I'm chatting with you guys. Sorry. I want to look at my meteorite while I pay attention to this. I want to look at my meteorite, and then I'll do the hand drift on top of it. It actually might have worked, Rufo. It actually might have worked. Thanks for that. Spared us all. At least I think we've spared us all. We'll see. Yeah, fresh rock hinder. I have never heard snow on the ground referred to as rock hinder. However, I applaud you for that. We did too, Chubby. We had that nice day when I went, well, nice if you want to call it that, was like 40 above and with a 40-mile-an-hour wind. And I went out and got that little Hounday. We found that, really crazy rock that Joseph, look at all the cutting we've done lately. Holy cow. There's so much cutting in here that I absolutely can't really stack. I actually can't stack another gosh dang rock in here. Whoa! So much it's about to come out the bottom of that tote. And some super great stuff. I mean, there's some crazy lace. There's whatever this local stuff is. That's like, I'll be doing some more of that. I actually find that all over, so I will actually be doing some more of that. The rock that Joseph found, or Lava Bison found and cut, that was a fun one. Oh, the one with all the little shapes in it. It was a porch rock that I just, hoarded forever and ever. Yeah, and that's like, I can't even get down there. There's another rock down. Oh, quartz, that I picked up the same day Joseph picked up his rock. Look, there's a big chunk of petwood over here that could meet the saw. There's all these other little rocks that already have and just need they need to go to the little saw and have their nubs cleaned up. It's this rock, that's only half of it. It's been a lot of cutting, and then I wonder, why did my blade need a change? Yeah, so the same thing happened here though, Chubby Hubby. It got kind of nice, and then it snowed and got gross again, and now it's like acting all cute out there, like it wants to be nice, which makes a girl want to go out. Whoa. Whoa, Wild. Yeah, what Shroom Day said, get yourself a not a flamethrower, chubby hubby. Get yourself some rock inhibitor remover. Don't tempt me. You did, Wild? That's fantastic. But yeah, wow, what a mountain to climb. Oh, but what a fun mountain to climb. You know what they say, like when you work for yourself, you'll never work another day in your life. Ha ha ha. No, no, no. When you work for yourself, you work harder than everybody else does for the rest of your life. But at least you like passionately love what you're doing, or hopefully you do, right? So that's fantastic. Congratulations. Okay, we've got less than 10 minutes to do the song. I'm in it right now. She says, Wild, maybe you should share some video with us so we can see what you're up to and what kind of, things you're accomplishing and stuff you're doing. Yes, yes. Good luck with that. Guess what? You're in luck. There's a town just down the road, and I'm pretty sure you can find a couple guys over there to help you out. Just kidding. Has a Dumb and Dumber quote. Yeah, or make many smaller trips, right, Jeff? Oh, good. And she says she will be doing some videoing and sharing that with us. I mean, Wild needs a hand. Come on out here, y'all, and bring your truck. It's all in drums. I mean, that in, I don't know, get you, yeah, there's ways to do it, but good golly. All right. I'm going to start with my meteorite that we're going to get into here in the near future. You guys saw it here first on Prairie Girl Rocks. It's a beauty. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a green one and a blue one and a yellow one. And they all are very pretty. And they all are everywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to switch on over to the premiere. I left you just enough time to go get a drink and a snack. Like I say, it's very short, so be there or be square. And we'll see you guys again really soon. Like I say, just so much going on. I can't film and edit fast enough. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, and we'll do it again real soon. I hope you have an awesome rest of your week. There's just so much going on. It is awesome. This is an awesome spring, and I'm glad for the shift. I needed it. Thank you, Bear, and good to see you here. There's my bear. All right, and Ma too. Way to wrench it up, you guys. All right, we'll see you guys over there here in just a few minutes. Be sure to join. It's a fun video. Especially you, Bear. I mentioned you in it. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you again super soon. Have an awesome rest of your week and ready for the boop. Ready for the boop. In a world where you can choose to be anything, choose to be kind of a rock hound.